Welcome back to the channel. In today's video, I'm going to be installing macOS Monterey in VMware Workstation Pro on a Windows 10 PC. Before we begin, let's take a quick look at the minimum requirements to get this installation done. The first thing is RAM, and you're going to need at least 4 gigs of RAM, but 8 is recommended. 80 gigs of hard disk space is what you're going to need. Again, 150 gigs would be recommended, and 2 cores available if your CPU. 4 is recommended, the Monterey ISO image file, and VMware Workstation Pro. Now, if you don't know how to install that, you can check out this video and I'll walk you through the steps. For everything that we're doing, I'm going to be linking it to my blog in the description below. The one thing that I'm going to caution you is the ISO file that you're using. I'm not putting it directly in the description. Some videos were taken down because of direct links like that, so I'm linking everything in my blog. If you need an image file and you don't have one, you can check out my blog for that. Installing macOS can be difficult depending on the CPU that you're using. So if you're having issues, please put your specs in the comments when you're asking questions, because there's a lot of super knowledgeable people that watch these videos and they might be able to help out. If you find this video useful, please like and consider subscribing. I'm trying to grow this channel and reach as many users as I can. So with all that out of the way, let's jump into the installation. So here we are at the desktop of Windows 10, and the first thing that we need to do is unlock VMware Workstation. So we have VMware Workstation Pro 16 here, and what we have to do is we have to exit it. So we want to make sure that there is no sessions of this running at all. So I'm going to exit out. I'm going to go into my task manager. There we go. So here is a task manager, and we are going to kill off any sessions for VMware. So anything that says VMware, you just want to right click on it and end it and task. And once you have them all closed off, you can close out of here. And we're going to go to the Payload Projects website, which is hosted on GitHub. I'm going to put the link in the description below. And we're going to download the auto unlocker. So here is the latest version 1.13. And I'm going to go ahead and download this zip file for Windows. And then we'll just open it up here. I'm just going to extract everything in here. And then we can go ahead and run this. You want to run this as an administrator. So right click on it, run as administrator, say yes to the prompt. Let me just minimize all these windows. And it's going to go ahead and do its thing. It's going to download a file that's a little over 600 megs. Once it does that, it'll complete it and ask you to close down. I'll just jump to the end of this. So the unlocker is now complete. It looks like it has successfully started up all the services I had closed. So I can hit enter, I can close out of it, and we can go ahead and open up our workstation. And here it is. Before we continue here, you want to make sure that you have the ISO file downloaded. In my downloads folder, I have my version of macOS Monterey ISO right here. You can download it. I have a link in the description to my blog. I'm no longer putting direct links in the YouTube description because my videos were taken down for that reason, and I don't want to violate any terms there. So I'm going to go ahead and now I'm going to create a new virtual machine by clicking on Create. I'm going to be using a typical option here and click on Next. And then I'm going to be selecting the ISO file. It's in my downloads folder, and here it is. I'll click on Open, and then we can go ahead and click on Next. Now we have the option for Mac, Apple Mac OS X. This wasn't available before, and now it is because we ran the unlocker. So I'm going to go ahead and select that. And it looks like they have the latest versions in here right now. So I'm going to go ahead and click 13. Actually, it's macOS 12. So I'm going to select macOS 12, and then we'll click on Next. Now you can either leave the name as macOS, or you can just change it to something else. I'll just put in Monterey just to make it a little bit more relevant so we can refer to it easier. And the location, you can change this or you can leave it as default. I'm going to leave it as default because I have enough space. But if you don't have enough space, you might want to locate it somewhere else. Once you have that done, you can click on Next. Now for the disk size, 80 gigs would be the minimum. I definitely recommend you put in something more. I'm going to be putting in 120 gigs, and I'm also going to store this as a single file. So I'm going to select this option, and then I'm going to click on Next. Now you get the option to customize your hardware. You can up the RAM, and that's what I'm going to do right now. So I'm going to click on Customize Hardware. It only has 4 gigs. It's going to run sluggish. There will be problems that low. We're going to move it up to 8 gigs. macOS does not run very well in a virtualized settings because it's not supposed to run in a virtualized settings. So you want to give it as much as possible. I'm giving it 8 gigs of RAM. In processors, I'm going to increase the cores to 4 as well. And that's what I've done there. And you can see that it has the CD over here, which is our ISO image file selected, and we're good to go. So then we can go ahead and click on Close, and then we can click on Finish. As I had mentioned earlier, macOS does not run on anything but Mac hardware very well. So there's going to be problems when you try to do it in a virtualized environment. So we kind of have to spoof the software to make it think that it's running on Mac hardware. So we'll be doing that by editing the VMX file. Over here on the left-hand side, you can see that I have the virtual machine listed. I'm going to right-click on it. I'm going to say Open VM Directory. I'll click on that. and it's automatically going to select the VMX file. Now you can see that it doesn't have a .vmx extension here. What I'll do is to make sure that I'm selecting the right one, I'm just going to click on View, check this box that says File Name Extensions, click on that, and now all the extensions show up, and you can see for sure we are selecting the VMX file here. So you're going to right click on that, and I'm going to say Open With, and I'll have to choose another app, and here is Notepad. So I'll click on OK, and now we have it opened up. When you have it open, you're going to scroll all the way down to the bottom, and then we're going to enter in a couple parameters here. Now, these parameters are going to make it think it's running on Apple hardware, so I'm just going to paste it in. This will be linked in the description below, and then you can click on File and Save. Then we can go ahead and close this window. We can close this one as well, and we're back at the VM Manager here. So here we are. I'm ready to power on the virtual machine. I'm going to click on Power On right now. And it'll take a few minutes here. I'll just jump to the next part. What we have to do is format the virtual drive. Okay, so the first option that we have is to select language. I'm going to leave English as the default language, and then I can click on the next button here. And what we want to do right now is use the disk utility. So we're going to select the disk utility, and then we're going to click on Continue. And up here at the top, you have the virtual drive. What we're going to do is select that, and we want to erase it. Click on Erase, and you can give it a name. You can give it any name you want. I'm just going to call it macOS Monterey. Format type, we're going to be selecting journaled, and then you can click on erase. Once the erasing process is done, which is only a few seconds, you can click on done, and then we can close out of the disk utility. And now we're ready to install macOS Monterey. You can select the option here and then click on continue. At the first screen, we're going to click on continue, and then we get the agreement window. So I'm going to click on agree, and I'm going to select my drive, and then I can click on continue. So as you can see, it's going to take about 17 minutes to copy over the files and start installing it. I'll jump over to the next step. So we're at the next step, and I'm not going to lie, that actually took a couple hours for it to actually copy everything over. That definitely took some time. I'm going to enter in full screen so you can see everything a little bit better here. And I'll unpin that. There we go. So now we have full screen, and I'm going to continue with this installation. Now it wants to know the country that we're using it from. I'm just going to be using United States here. Okay, so we have United States selected, and then we can click on continue. And for the written and spoken languages, I leave everything as default. If you want to change it, you can select customize or just click on continue. For accessibility, we're just going to say not now. Data and privacy, I'm just going to click on continue. For migration assistant, I'm just going to select not now. And we cannot sign in with an Apple ID, so I'll sign up later there. For terms and conditions, we'll select I agree, and we'll select it again. And now we need to select a computer name. So I'll just type in a name here and then a password. And once you have that complete, click on continue. Enable location services. I'm just going to click on continue. I'm not enabling this option. And at the prompt, I'm just going to say don't use. Okay, and for time zone, I have it selected as Toronto, Canada. Click on continue. For analytics, I'm not selecting any options. I'm just clicking on continue. Screen time, I'll set up later. And for choose your look, I'm just going to leave it as light. You can change whatever you like and click on continue. And here we are at the desktop for macOS Monterey. We've successfully installed the operating system inside VMware Workstation Pro on a Windows 10 PC, so we're up and running. As you might notice, this is not a full screen, and we only have it limited to a certain aspect ratio here. So I can just eject this DVD because we're not going to be using it anymore. This is the installation ISO image file that we had originally used. And now what we want to do is install the VMware tools. So I'm going to go up here to the menu, and I'll pin this back in for now so we can see it properly. And then we're going to go to the VM menu up here, and then we're going to install the VMware tools option. So click on that, and then we're going to go ahead and click on install. And now we want to click on install VMware tools. And we're going to get a window here where it's going to walk us through the steps of the installation. So we'll click on continue, and we'll click on install. And it'll prompt you for the password. This is the password that you had created when you had set it up. And click on OK. And we want to open up the security preferences if you get this option here. Click on that, and it's asking us again, so this will probably happen twice. We're going to open it, and what we want to do is click on this lock to make changes. It'll ask you for the password again. Go ahead and type that in. So that's been unlocked, and we're good to go. We can now allow, and I'm just going to say not right now. Let the installation complete, and this is going to be for the second one. So you can close out of this window, and the installation is successful. So now we can restart. Everything's been completely installed here. We'll click on restart, and it's going to reboot the virtual machine. Okay, so it has restarted, and you can automatically see that we're now filling out the full screen from edge to edge, and this is much better. So I'm going to unpin this taskbar at the top, and I'm going to go ahead and sign in here. And there you have it. Now we've completely installed macOS Monterey inside VMware Workstation Pro version 16 on a Windows 10 PC. We're up and running. We have the full screen going, and we can now install whatever apps you'd like to. You should be able to do any updates that come up. Now, I know this may not work for all users. There's a lot of different issues out there. So please put your questions in the comments below. You can also go to our forum, which is forum.geekrar.com, and you can put any questions in there, and we can try to help you out. I know this installation does not work perfectly for everybody else. I'm using an Intel-based system. AMD computers do have a lot of different issues. I'm running it right now, and it is pretty snappy. So you can see as I'm moving my mouse and I'm moving the windows around here, a little bit of lag, but it's not bad. It's definitely usable. And I'll just show you the version that I'm running right now. And here we go. So it's version 12.01. This is the official release. I have 8 gigs of RAM running. I've maxed out the memory for the display at 128 gigs. 128 megs, and I have 4 cores dedicated to this virtual machine. So once again, if you have any questions, go ahead and put them in the comments below. If you enjoyed the video, please give me a like, subscribe to the channel if you want to see any other installations, and I'm doing many other installations of different type of operating systems in a virtualized setting like VirtualBox or VMware or Hyper-V, all types of stuff going on there. So subscribe to the channel if you want to see more. Thank you for watching, and I'll catch you on the next one.